Now, to take this further, we've been joined by Joachim Bitterlich from Paris. He is the former German ambassador to NATO and former European diplomatic and security advisor to German Chancellor Helmut Kohl. Welcome to the broadcast, Mr. Bitterlich. I want to ask you, after being in a shadow war for decades, the Iran-Israel conflict is out in the open now. Do you think this changes the unsaid rules between the two countries?
I do not hope so, but you're right with your analysis, because it's interesting to listen to your colleagues talking about the different possibilities. Any response to Iran carries risks, it's clear, but it was Iran who has been changing the unspoken, let's say, the unspoken rules of this long-running shadow war between Israel and Iran, by the way, who have been 50 years ago allies. Let's not forget this. But all choices have potential drawbacks, it's clear. And for the moment, it's interesting. Israel is wise not to speak about the different possibilities or about the potential possibilities. The result is Iran is trying to raise the tension. Again, speaking about new arms. What are the new arms? New missiles, perhaps. I don't think it's nuclear, because you don't speak about nuclear in general. But you have to be aware that you are in the Middle East. And the Middle East is, and this applies especially to Iran, is irrational and not really rational. So if you act rational, they should talk now. The time is now ripe for talks. And Iran is only waiting for one moment. But the US would talk to them, no one else. And
right.
This is the key somewhere, and where the Americans are in a campaign, actually, and the Saudis are looking at this from the other side, and therefore, let's say, I have not real deep hopes in talks about the conflict.
All right. Sir, I want to take your reaction on something that's just coming in. The British Foreign Minister, David Cameron, has just met with Israeli President Isaac Herzog, and he was just speaking to the reporters a while ago, and he says that it's clear that the Israelis are making a decision to act. What is your reaction? What should one expect?
That's to act, but what does it mean? To act means all. Can it mean, let's say, an attack of the Israelis against Hezbollah in Lebanon? This may be an attack against the Houthis, but this may be even a limited attack to the Revolutionary Guardians somewhere else. But I've doubts whether the Israelis will raise the conflict by a direct attack to Iran. I've doubts about it, but you will never know in this conflict.
Right, sir, let's speak about Iran then. When Iran threatens to use quote-unquote never-before-used weapons, if Israel retaliates, that is, how should one read into that?
Well, this could mean new arms, new types of missiles, better missiles, more developed missiles, but it could be nuclear without mentioning it, because it's clear the Iranians dispose about the necessary fuel for about 5 to 6 nuclear weapons, which experts tell me. And therefore, but I don't think it will be nuclear, because in a nuclear strategy, you will never mention the word nuclear. You will not talk about it. And I don't think it's nuclear. It would be nuclear if the Israelis attacked directly the nuclear capabilities of Iran. Then yes. Then retaliation could be nuclear, but
right,
not
sir.
In this sense.
All right. Thank you so much. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.